downtown Crystal Lake. My name is Diana Kenny and I'll be your tour guide today. We are standing here at the corner of Williams and Brink Street, right in the heart of our downtown district. Now, Crystal Lake is a nationally accredited Main Street community. Main Street is a preservation-based economic development program to help revitalize downtown historic districts. Crystal Lake is about 50 miles northwest of Chicago. We're standing near the Rao Memorial Clock. This clock was put in about 20 years ago to honor the Rao family. Mr. Rao, Ben Rao, was a jeweler and a watchmaker and later had a hardware store. He had 4 children. None of those children married, none of them had kids, so there were no living descendants when the final child, Lucille, passed away. Fortunately, she had made plans to have her estate distributed to the community, and it is to benefit the Crystal Lake community. So this clock is in honor of the Rao family. We're going to be walking down William Street. Although there are several other streets here in our downtown district, we actually have about 180 businesses in downtown Crystal Lake. We're going to the south block of William Street, which really didn't make the transition from residential to commercial district until about the 1950s. Up until then, these were all houses on this block. Many of the houses were moved down to one of the nearby neighborhoods. Some of them had building storefronts put in front, business-built storefronts in front of the house itself, and some of the houses have actually been converted into businesses too. We have some great stores here, including Dalzell Jewelers, which offers fine jewelry. And coming up on our left, we're going to be passing a brand new store. She is just opening up today, Fabric, Fiber, and Finds. She filled a vacant spot. We have no vacant spots in downtown Crystal Lake. We're coming up to Years and Mine. What I love best about Years and Mine is her ability to take a retail shopping environment and a service business and put them together. Mary Mine is an interior designer, and she offers all sorts of excellent furnishings and decorations, but she also offers the service of helping you put these into your house and making your house as beautiful as her store. Hi, how are you?
Good, yourself?
Good. Are you waiting for a haircut? Okay, well, we've got a busy haircut place here. We're going to go into Joe's Barber Shop. They've been here for 60 years. We're going to meet the owner, Jack McCardle, who is absolutely one of my most favorite people in the whole wide world. Now, Jack has a bunch of barber chairs here, and everyone knows that a barber gets to hear everything and to hear what people think. So I have a feeling he might know what do people think about downtown Crystal Lake.
I tell you, we had this Celtic tour guide when we were over in Ireland. He came to visit me, and we walked around downtown, and he said this is the most unique place, the cleanest, the friendliest place downtown. He's been a lot of places. And the other thing with everybody down here, we all work to teamwork, all of us down here. There's a lot of spirit, and I'll tell you where the spirit comes from. It's right here, Diana, and she doesn't like to hear that, but she's the one that sets the pace with the spirit for all of us downtown. It's a wonderful place to be. It really is.
Thank you.
You betcha.
And I didn't even have to pay you to say that.
You told me not to say anything because you know me.
Thanks, Jack. See ya. Bye, guys. Bye. I love the barber shop. Everybody goes to that barber shop. It's been voted the best barber shop in McHenry County for, I don't know, 6, 8, 10, 12, 15 years in a row. We're going to walk over here and stop before we cross the street, because that's what my mom always tells me to do. But we're going to do it for a different reason. We're going to look out and we see the Rao Center for the Arts.
Wants to know, is that the Joe from the Joe's Barbershop?
That is not the Joe from the Joe's Barbershop. Joe Scatillo passed away several years ago. Jack has been barbering with Joe for many, many years, and he is now the owner. So we're looking at the Rao Center for the Arts. This building was built in 1929. It was originally known as the El Tovar Theater. It was built for vaudeville acts and for talking movies. In those days. The facade is made of terracotta and brick. The terracotta was manufactured Delta Bar was known as the Lake Theater, and then the Showplace Theater, and it fell into a little bit of disrepair. Fortunately for us, the Rao family estate donated their proceeds to the community of Crystal Lake. The closed and shuttered theater was purchased. It was rehabilitated, keeping all of the special architectural features of the theater, and it is now a performing arts center. So you can come to the Rao Theater, the Rao Center for the Performing Arts, and see dancers and musicians and comic acts and dramas. All sorts of productions happen here, national productions as well as local ones. I wanted to walk inside if we can. And then we get a chance to show them this beautiful, colorful terracotta floor. This was uncovered during the reconstruction of the theater. And we can take a peek at other portions of the lobby where you can see it had an original Spanish mission decor, and it still does. Now, when you come to Crystal Lake, I want you to do something for me. I want you to come into the Rouse Center, come into the lobby, look at the floor, and see if you can find the cat. There is a cat somewhere in this. All this beautiful, colorful terracotta. The Rouse Center for the Arts certainly is a very special place to all of Crystal Lake. It brings visitors in from all around the country. We're going to walk down William Street a little bit more. This is one of our downtown kiosks. We have 3 of them set up in downtown, so you'll always know where you are. And we're going to be coming up to the corner where we have what we call Brink Street Market. Now, Brink Street Market is a newer building. It was built in 1987. Originally on this corner, the corner where our clock is, was a church. It was called the M&E Methodist Episcopal Church. And that church sat there for from the late 1800s until the mid 1950s. After that, a grocery store was here on this corner. But now we have the Brink Street Market. What's interesting with Brink Street Market is the number of variety of businesses. Here within we have professionals, we have all sorts of retail. Benedict's Lestrada Restaurant, best place to go for breakfast or lunch. My favorite for lunch is the chicken Waldorf wrap. If you ever come to Benedict's, make sure you try that one. And right behind us here is the Running Depot. The Running Depot is interesting because they not only sell apparel and shoes for the runners, they also provide the service of teaching you how to train for long runs, such as 5Ks. We have several 5Ks that happen here in Crystal Lake, downtown. One of them is the Bob Glacier Run for the Arts, where the proceeds benefit the Rouse Center for the Arts, and the other is called the Santa Run. Happens every December, the first Sunday in December. The participants are given a Santa hat, beard, and part of a costume, and they get to run their 5K to benefit children's charities here in Henry County. And if you haven't stood on a corner and watched 1,000 or more Santas running at you, you've missed something. Come on down to downtown Crystal Lake. We're going to keep walking towards our corner. Here's a good shot of our clock and one of our youngest customers, it looks like. All these beautiful flowers are planted by Countryside Flower Shop and Nursery, one of our strong supporters of downtown Crystal Lake. They're not physically located in downtown, but they recognize the importance of our downtown community. The city of Crystal Lake also works with downtown to help provide for the maintenance and care of all the flowers in our downtown district. So before we cross over the corner, I want you to take a look at the building on the corner, and at the very top you'll see the beautiful patterns in the brick. The front of this building is made of white terracotta, again manufactured locally. The building was built in 19 popular owner has been the Heisler family, and it is home to Heisler's Bootery for the last 50-some years. Now, in 1908, Grandpa John Heisler started out a business. He was a harness maker here in downtown Crystal Lake. Well, harness leather eventually ended up being shoe leather and boot leather, and it became Heisler's Bootery, and it is still owned by the Heisler family. They are working with the contractor this summer to fix, repair, and reinstall new terracotta where it is missing on the front of the building, and we are very excited to see that work starting to happen. They're under contract. I think that's going to be starting here in the next few weeks, so that'll be very cool. As I mentioned, the American Terracotta Company was located north of Crystal Lake. It was started by a man named William Day Gates in the late 1800s. Terracotta was a building material used in the late 1800s and early 1900s. In Chicago, for example, the famous Wrigley Building has architectural terracotta on it from Crystal Lake's American Terracotta Factory. We have several buildings downtown here with architectural terracotta that I've been trying to point out to you as I can. It's very well known. The other thing that's interesting about the company is they manufactured another product called Teco pottery, T-E-C-O. Teco pottery is very collectible, and it is no longer being produced, but I was in New York City a couple months ago and saw it at the Metropolitan Museum of Art. So here we come across 4 businesses right in a row. Look at them go. These 4 businesses probably say it best for all of us. We have a wide variety of businesses, a wonderful mix of business owners who all work together. We have Marvin's Toy Store, Kitchen Outfitters, Where'd You Get That, and the Olive Tap. Hi ladies, you have something you want to say?
Yeah, we want to tell you to come visit Crystal Lake for fun, cooking, flavor, and fashion.
Wow, fun, cooking, flavor, and fashion. You did it. Yay! I love these ladies. They're all involved with the organization when we host our different events, such as Ladies' Night Out, and they really do a great job. So they like to have fun together, too, as you can see.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have fun.
We're going to keep... Well, look who's here. It's our downtown mailman.
Who?
It's our downtown mailman, Mr. Mike. How are you, Mike?
America and all the ships at sea.
Yes. Mike is a bit of a comedian and keeps us all in stitches. You have to watch him, though. He's a little sneaky.
July 16th at one of the local downtown establishments, the Gold Line at 85 Brink Street, 9:30 p.m. Bring your friends. It's all free.
Oh, there's your commercial, Mike.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Should be the biggest crowd we've ever had.
I think it will be.
Absolutely.
I think it definitely will be. Hey, we have a couple more buildings coming up with architectural terracotta. The building that says Finn McCool's at the top, and the one next to it. Again, this is our terracotta that was manufactured locally. Interesting, both of these buildings started out as banks. And at one point or another, both of these buildings were home to Golden State Bank, one of our downtown banks. Today, of these 3 buildings in a row, only the one on the left is a bank, and that's Crystal Lake Bank and Trust. And the Fools is a restaurant, a bar, and in the Knox building, which is also really originally the Home State Bank building, we have an accountant who works out of that office. You can see the 1915 over the door. The building was originally for the United States Bank, and the 1915 is the year that the building was built. We're going to keep working our way down William Street. Coming up to Depot Park in just a minute. It's at the end of the block. We use Depot Park for all sorts of events and activities, including our farmers market, which is held all summer long, every Saturday morning from 8 to 1 p.m. We have a full variety of vendors, including meat, honey, eggs, flowers, vegetables, baked goods, you name it. We have it here in our farmers market. This is Cafe Olympic. Cafe Olympic is a hometown restaurant. You go in there, and I guarantee you will know somebody in that restaurant. It's been a restaurant on the corner for years and years. I'm going to cross over here to Depot Park, and we're going to go right past Pop's Corn Crib. Pop's Corn Crib. I wish you on the video could smell what we smell, because there is nothing like the scent of freshly popped popcorn. But Pop's Corn Crib has been in downtown Crystal Lake since the early 1960s. A man by the name of Pop Hughes started it. So as we walk into Depot Park, we'll follow our little path. Again, as I mentioned, we do have our farmers market here. We also have the park for other events, such as our Johnny Appleseed Festival, which is held the last Saturday in September. Down in the park here, we have music. This is where our food court is. We can go on over to the gazebo. This gazebo was built in 2008 and really has been used a lot. It has fully electrified, I should say, so that we can plug in bands and have all sorts of fun things. We have a gazebo dinner fundraiser coming up soon that we are selling raffle tickets for, and we serve dinner here in the gazebo at night. It's a wonderful experience. As we walk through the gazebo, I want you to just get a peek at the downtown train depot. This train depot was built in 1914 and is still in use today. Thousands of people come into Crystal Lake and get on the train in Crystal Lake to travel to the city. We're about an hour's train ride from Chicago. You could say we're trainable with the train. We're certainly walkable. As you've seen, we've been able to walk. We have a bike path, a Prairie Trail bike path comes right through downtown, so we're bikeable. So there's all sorts of ways that you can get here in downtown Crystal Lake. Now across the street on Woodstock Street, we have a couple businesses, including Giorgio's Pizzeria. And I want to know who doesn't like pizza, but I'll tell you what, Giorgio's Pizza has the best thick crust Chicago-style pizza anywhere, hands down. And they make pretty mean thin crust pizza as well. And speaking of pizza, across the tracks we also have That's Amore that offers New York style pizza, which is those big, wide triangles that you fold over. The Bauer Building, that green glazed brick, has two businesses going into it. They are currently working on the interior of that. I mentioned That's More across the tracks, and I will say there's more across the tracks to downtown Crystal Lake. Unfortunately, with the time of this tour, we only have 30 minutes to show you as much as we can. Across the tracks, we have some wonderful restaurants and other places to visit. Duke's Ale House on the corner offers a casual yet upscale cuisine. They use locally sourced food for their farmers. They have a whole section of their menu that just introduces the farmers who provide the produce as well as the meat products that they use for all of their meal offerings. We also have Dabafone, which is an Italian restaurant. White tablecloth, takes reservations. You want a reservation there because it is that popular. Also across the tracks is Crystal Lake Brewing. Crystal Lake Brewing is only a couple of years old, and already they've received national awards for some of their brews. It's a lot of fun in that part of town. It's a lot of fun in all parts of downtown Crystal Lake. We're going to start working our way back up William Street. Let's cross right here. O'Grady's Barbershop looks so cute on the corner. I love that there. I think the combination of the flowers and the street signs and the quaintness of a barber shop and a barber pool going that add to the charm of downtown. They're going to let us cross, which is good. And you'll notice that William Street has been named Honorary Ben Rao Drive. And that's, again, in honor of Ben Rao and his family that did so much for our community. Keep walking up here on William Street. Coming up on the left is the Players Bench Music Store. This store is locally owned, and they offer lessons and all sorts of instruments inside. But again, I think one of the most important things that I have seen in my job with downtown is the success of businesses that offer not just a retail product, but a service to go along with it, something that's complementary. So you have your music lessons, you have your instruments, just like Mary Mine had her design services, as well as her items that you can have for sale. Hey, right here is Retro Bistro. Retro Bistro just opened up a week and a half ago. It's our brand new restaurant. Again, the building is made of architectural terracotta. Retro Bistro is a white tablecloth restaurant offering French and American cuisine, and it is excellent. If you get a chance, stop in and see them. They actually have another restaurant in another nearby suburb, and just wanted to bring their good food here to downtown. And this O is one of our newer retailers as well. They offer fashions for young people mostly, but for any age too. I love some of their stuff. It's kind of retro and catchy and lots of fun. Lloyd's Paint and Paper. We talked about Main Street being a preservation-based organization. Well, Lloyd's Paint and Paper used to have one of those big metal awnings or metal fronts to the front of their building, which was all taken off so we could go back to the original brick. Lloyd's Paint and Paper has been in downtown Crystal Lake since the early 1960s and still family owned. Lloyd's son Al is now running the store. We're going to keep walking up here. I love, if you take a note, you can see the cornerstones. This building was built in 1913. It was originally a theater. And then we have 3 buildings in a row that were all built in the... Hi, Mary. How are you?
I'm very good. Welcome out of the box.
Thank you. Mary Batson is our board president for downtown Crystal Lake, so she's my boss, so we're really nice to her, but she is just a wonderful addition to downtown. Your store's been here, what, 8 years?
Almost 8 years. Yeah.
Almost 8 years.
We're very proud to be in downtown Crystal Lake.
Very,
Wouldn't be anywhere else.
Very successful. Do you notice the shirt I'm wearing, Mary?
I do. We sell that shirt here.
They sell this shirt. This shirt is available at Out of the Box. It's also available at Yours and Mine. It is a fundraiser for downtown Crystal Lake. We have mugs that also go, mugs that coordinate with the same design, and it's been very successful. We've only rolled them out a couple weeks ago, and we had to do a reorder already. Anything you'd like to say, Mary?
Oh, just happy to have you here.
Thank you. We're going to finish walking up William Street. This here on the left is the flag store, and if you look at the sign above the door, you'll see it says Historic Rao Hardware. This is where Mr. Rao had his hardware store from 1893 to 1994. It still has its original tin ceiling, and the proprietor in there, Edna McCall, probably deserves the most credit for having the clock installed and continuing as we honor Ben Rao and his family. Wickham Interiors offers excellent and elegant furnishings as well as interior design work. So here's a store that I love to look at. It's Lulu's Wiggin' Out. You never know what she's going to have in her front window. She's been voted best dressed window so many years in a row and really deserves it. But the fun thing about Lulu's Wiggin' Out is she has not 1 but 2 full-size boats inside the store and has a lot of fun using those boats with her decorations. Lulu offers services for wigs. She herself is a cancer survivor and felt the need for women to have a place where they could go get wigs, and also she provides a tremendous amount of apparel and accessories and just a fun, catchy store. I have a girlfriend that travels all the way from Bloomington, Illinois to shop just at Lulu's. So we're going to work our way up here a little bit more. And I see coming up on my left is Crossroads Gifts. It has all sorts of signs and other accessories, but what I'm really zeroing in on is Kaleidoscope's ice cream. I just got an email yesterday from McHenry County Living, their weekender email that they send, and they had a statement that said something like, money can't buy happiness, but money can buy ice cream, and isn't that just about the same? So I kind of like that statement. Maybe if we get a chance, we can go in and get an ice cream cone in a little bit. Hi. This is the clothes gallery. This building is actually significant because this building is turning 100 years old this year. It was built in 1916. Actually, it was started in 1916. They finished it at the very end of the year and the beginning of the next year. And it was, for many years, a men's clothing store, but it did start out as a women's clothing store as it is today. So we're going to take a peek down Brink Street. I mentioned we're here on William Street, but there are other streets in our downtown district. What's fun down Brink Street is you'll see the Metro Bowl. That Metro Bowl was built in the 1950s, and today you could still call it Metro Bowl or maybe Retro Bowl because it's still set up like a 1950s bowling alley. You have to hand score your score. You also get to watch as the ball returns back from after throwing your strike, of course. It's a lot of fun. Something different that you don't get just anywhere. We're going to work our way back to the clock. And the reason for that is we like to use, as I mentioned before, the clock as an icon or a pointing place where we can say to people, I will reach. Oh, there's somebody eating ice cream. Look at that. I need somebody. I know. The clock is a point where we say to people, I will meet you at the clock. And here we are at the Rao Memorial Clock. I want to thank you for coming to downtown Crystal Lake. That ice cream really was good. It's a hot day here. I want to thank you for coming to downtown Crystal Lake. Again, my name is Diana Kenny. I'm Executive Director for Downtown Crystal Lake Main Street. We have all sorts of full calendar of events. We have our business directory and everything else on our website. I ask you to please log in to www.downtowncl.org. And I want to thank Enjoy Illinois for this video, as well as Visit McHenry County. You can find Visit McHenry County at www.visitmchenrycounty.com and learn all about all the different places that you can go